8:39, good morning to you. Time to go through the headlines, or some of the headlines today, with showbiz journalist Stephanie Tetchy and author and journalist Susan Holder. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Can we have we're going through some totally random stuff, which is quite nice for a change. I wanted to kick off with a long-beaked echidna, though, Susan.
Do you? Right.
What is it and why do we care?
Well, we care because it's been rediscovered. It's been missing. We've not known that it was actually alive and in existence. But
Where?
it's been found. It's been found in Indonesia. And they've actually found clips. It's like a long-nosed anteater, and it was named after David Attenborough. It's called something to do with David Attenborough. It's either called I think it's called the Sir David for short, but it's an echidna. But what I discovered, and looking into it, it's actually a symbol of hope and end of conflict.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh.
The culture of where it's from in the world, they would, if two parties were kind of in conflict, they would send one side out to find an echidna and the other to the ocean to find a marlin, and it would take so long to find them because they've been missing for so many decades that by the time they kind of got anywhere, the conflict would be over. Isn't that a good idea? Maybe that's the way to resolve quite a lot of things in the world.
They're presumably nocturnal, which is why
they are
grainy black and white pictures.
Yeah, they're a burrowing nocturnal animal. Ask me anything about the echidna.
You do bump into one, you call it Sir David.
Yes, and it's called Sir David. And apparently he's absolutely thrilled that it's been found because they didn't realise it's been extinct. It's been marked as extinct for many, many years. But no, it is not extinct. It has been found in forests in Indonesia, and there it is.
Oh, good. I like that. I like that.
That's a good news story.
It is.
What should we go to next?
I tell you what I quite fancy. Because Stephanie, it's in this, Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
I love Michael J. Fox because I'm of that era. But he said he would have forgiven his wife if she'd left him after he got diagnosed with Parkinson's.
He's had Parkinson's for over 30 years now, and he'd done a recent interview. He's been married to his wife since 1988. She's also an actor, Tracy Pollan, and he said that he would have forgiven her if she left him during his battle with Parkinson's disease. And I was talking to Susie, and I was just like, I wanted to get your opinion, Susie, on how it is for partners when you are with someone who's been diagnosed with something. Is it quite hard? Could you see?
It's the hardest thing, obviously, to see anybody you love. I mean, as people might know, 5 years ago, my husband, Noddy Holder, was diagnosed with esophageal cancer and was given at that point 6 months to live and no hope of any treatment. I mean, I'm not sure they should ever tell you that, really, because there's nowhere to go with that. I need a plan. I need a kind of somebody. Even the most devastating news, you want something to cling on to. We didn't. We were then offered some chemotherapy, which they didn't make any promises. But as we're 5 years later, he responded amazingly. But throughout all of that, I think the person suffering often will say,
I don't want to be a burden.
I don't want to be a burden to you. I mean, shoot me if it gets too much. Obviously, luckily for Nod, I don't have a gun, so that wasn't ever going to be an option. But I I understand the point of view of the person saying that to their partner. I don't think I'd quite understand anybody going, okay,
I'm gone.
See you later.
No, because that isn't love, is it?
It's not what you do. I also think I'd be quite insulted if somebody really seriously said to me,
go.
It's all right, you go. Because you were like, well, sorry, who do you think I am? As if that's going to happen. I mean, so what you do is you kind of, what we did is we hunkered down and stuck through it. We didn't tell anybody. We kept it very, just very close friends and family. And you do get through it together because that is the only way.
And you
through sickness and health.
You do say that, and it's what it means.
And I guess no one really anticipates the sickness part and how it can kind of tear you apart as a couple, but also bring you together.
Yeah. There you go.
He's been terrific as well. He's kept working through it.
He has.
Everybody accepts it, that, because obviously it's very physical, so they
this is what we were saying as well, but the person you love is always the person you love, no matter what they go through or what happens. I mean...
But they're scared, they're changing, I
suppose so.
Yeah, that's why they think, I don't want to be a burden.
Stephanie will know. I don't know if we can play those pictures again. And if you're on the radio, it's a good excuse to get on the app or get on YouTube with the Michael J. Fox pictures.
Yeah.
Because is that their song?
Oh, let me see.
Because it looks like... No, obviously that's Michael J. Fox.
Michael J.
If you get, but there's a young man stood next to them who looks an awful lot like Michael J. Fox from like Teen Wolf days.
I haven't seen his son before.
No, well, I hadn't.
You need to give it a Google.
So
Oh, yes,
Oh,
that
yeah, could
must-
well
yes,
be,
That's
yeah.
what I mean, yes. They look like a family there,
the
don't they?
spitting image.
He
of
is,
him.
actually.
That's like a doppelganger, isn't
Yeah.
it? He could
I've not
easily
seen-
do...
He's a few inches taller than his
Do
dad.
Back to the Future, back to the Future.
Yes, that would actually be quite clever, wouldn't it? The way they can go. I haven't seen Back to the Future for a long time. They'll be on over Christmas, won't it?
yeah.
It's definitely. I
Absolutely.
fancy watching that.
One of the best
It will
movies
be.
ever made.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Look, we want your opinion on this, so don't go anywhere.